evening, football fans, and welcome to our very special Super Bowl 57 post-game edition of 3 and Out right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. Well, ladies and gentlemen, football fans everywhere, the confetti has fallen, and the Lombardi Trophy has been presented to the Kansas City Chiefs. Congratulations to the Chiefs on a great season. My goodness, what a game. Now, I mean, as it goes, right, there's always some things to say about each game, not let alone Super Bowl. But there are plenty of things to comment on for this game, and I am here for the next hour to do exactly that. It was a great one. It really was. Cannot take anything away from the Chiefs. Cannot take anything away from what they've done this season. But even if the Eagles would have won, there just would have been some things that were a little questionable. And trust me, like I said, we're going to get into that tonight. Regardless, the MVP, some people may call it the MVP curse, but hey, Patrick Mahomes has done it. He has won the MVP and the Super Bowl. First time in quite some time an MVP has done that. But he has done it here tonight. Congratulations to this guy on a great season. And well, the Chiefs, Travis Kelce said it best at the end. A lot of people counted them out. And not really many people picked them. But they have done it. So tough to the Eagles as they walk off the field with an L in the biggest game they'll ever play, at least unless they get there again. But as for the Chiefs Kingdom, and the middle of the country right now are ecstatic, and we are here for it all. Ladies and gentlemen, you are now tuned in live once again into our very special Super Bowl 57 post-show edition of Super Bowl 57 right here, of 3 and Out right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
Hockey fans, I'm Adam Kernick.
And I'm Zach Puplis.
Together, we are the newest version of Hockey Talk on IE Sports Radio, The Neutral Zone.
Zone.
We love hockey, but we also know it's not everyone's first sport. So we want to make this show as much for new fans as for the diehards.
Whether you can name all the Swedes on the 08 Red Wings Stanley Cup team, or if you can't tell if Varlamov is a goalie or the latest trendy vodka, we're here to help. With facts, figures, and outrageous fans, we bring you all the hard-hitting hockey news you can handle, while still keeping it fun and on the rails. Well, mostly.
So tune in every week as we go around the hockey world, from college to Canada, the minors and the majors, and everywhere in between.
So bring your cellies.
And your one-timers.
Your wicked wristas.
And be sure to protect your five-hole.
Catch the Neutral Zone every week on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
We promise not to pick on the Arizona Coyotes every episode.
What's up, everybody? This is Taryn Rodriguez. Are you a fan of volleyball? Are you a fan of Thunder Spikes? Then I have the show for you, Set Point, where I cover NCAA men's and women's volleyball, high school boys and girls volleyball, beach volleyball, and even professional volleyball. Catch the action every week here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
Welcome back, football fans. Well, thank you all for tuning in tonight. Much appreciated on the waning moments of, well, I guess you could say the waning moments of the waning moments of Super Bowl 57. As these players are heading off the field, and that is going to be that. Super Bowl 57 has come to a close, and the Kansas City Chiefs reign supreme. Now, as you know, I was riding with the Eagles for quite some time, and, you know, not to cross paths with anybody who would say, oh, you're just a hater on the Chiefs. I thoroughly thought that the Eagles would totally win that game, and just being real with you guys, the Eagles had many chances to run away with this thing. So many. But the Eagles kept the Chiefs around, and the Chiefs are, like, extremely grateful for that, because they capitalized on everything. And I'll tell you right now, they're the wrong team to leave hang around. This has really been a solid football team all year. And once again, it has nothing to do with the bias and me being a Raider fan. Trust me, I hate the Raiders more than anything. You know, very, very harsh fan here. But I'll tell you right now, the Chiefs really had, you know, they really were kept around a lot. And the Eagles, it's really their own fault. It's so tough to say that this Eagles team had a team that wasn't... Okay, how do I want to say this? It's hard to say that this Eagles team didn't necessarily have every tool they needed, because they did. They had everything. So there really is no excuses. There isn't. And when it comes to the Chiefs, I mean, we just get a round of applause for these guys. Amazing performance. I really thought that the Chiefs had an amazing game plan. I mean, more than anything, they took away a lot of what Jalen Hurts just absolutely loved. And they knew we were going to need power on power. Jalen Hurts is a freaking power lifter. The guy is immensely strong, and they knew that if they let him, of course, if you let a fast guy get the boundary, he's gone anyway. But if you let an extremely gifted quarterback do everything he wants to do back there, chances of winning the game is, you know, going to be very slim to none. And Jalen Hurts didn't necessarily have everything taken away, but they took away the majority of the things he loves. That RPO, realistically, it just takes extremely well contained, and it takes extremely well concentration from those linebackers. And I'm just going to be real. They played very, very, very well tonight. The Chiefs' linebacking core really balled out. And honestly, you can't take anything away from these guys. I love what they did. Willie Gay, Bolton, Dunlap. I mean, these guys played extremely well tonight. Very talented group of guys. And, you know, they did not let Hurts do, you know, what he wanted to do. And probably the absolute biggest slip up the Eagles had in this entire game was, of course, the costly turnovers and probably some of the poorest, and I have to say this, I don't really care, some of the absolute poorest play I've seen from the back seven all season long. That defense, okay, they're not extremely lights out. They're not. Okay, but they were damn good enough. And that defensive line, I've been saying it all year, they are a very good group. Okay, But what's irritating is the secondary, man, and next to even the linebackers, there was nothing there to cheer about tonight. I don't understand the linebackers. There was a lot of flipping around. I think they're trying to match up on Kelsey the majority of the time. And it's like, dude, he's gifted. He's extremely gifted. Stopping Kelly is something that's really not going to happen. You can slow him down, but stopping the guy it's almost impossible to stop him from getting at least a few touches in every game. But he's just a very talented tight end, and we all know that. But what trips me out is, like, come on now. I didn't see a lot of cover 2. Play shallow. They didn't play shallow. I think they left way too much open there. Lots of cover 3 tonight, which is never a bad thing. Okay, did see some man in there too. But what bugs me the most is the fact that it's like no matter what, Kelsey seemed to have been open all night long. And you can't blame that on the DBs. The DBs didn't really help that much either. Okay, but you can't blame everything that happens through the air on the DBs. You can't. And it's frustrating as all crap. Okay? It's extremely frustrating that you let one thing lead to the next. You can't. Kelsey is going to open the holes for everybody else. Okay? You know that. He is going to, if the middle starts to open up, they're going to try to try to shut him down. All right? And we know this. But the problem is if and when Kelsey starts to make his major plays, and we're talking about his dig routes, his slant routes that he likes to run in the middle. He likes to do a little candy cane route where, he'll stop. He'll go up on goes. They're going to start to try to throw to the flats. Okay. It worked supreme tonight. My goodness. Everyone got so caught up on Kelsey that before you know it, you got guys like Kadarius Toney left wide open. Pacheco was just there on swing routes. Tonight, Andy Reid just 1,000% out-coached that entire Eagles coaching staff. And whether you agree with me or not, it's true, man. Andy Reid coached his team to perfection, and they played extremely well. If you are a Chiefs fan, you should be very, very proud of this team tonight, especially the coaching staff, because everything the Eagles gave, the Chiefs took. And you know what? You can't ask anymore. Kelsey did his part. He was everywhere. And the linebackers did absolutely nothing. And don't get me wrong, there are some talented backers. Okay, I think they are very talented. All of them. Riddick, White, Edwards. There was one play in the very beginning where I was just like, really, Edwards? But he slipped. And we're going to get into that grass in just a few minutes. Trust me. We're going to talk about that grass because I don't give a damn who has to say what about it. That was very poor field conditions tonight. That field sucked. I don't know what. I heard in the cast somewhere that the field was like brand new grass, or they're experimenting with some new grass. Well, you experimented and it ended up destroying a football game. Now, don't get me wrong, it didn't completely destroy it, but it was crap. You got guys slipping and sliding here and there, and I don't understand it. So whatever you did, NFL, with this new grass, you need to knock it off. That was extremely uncalled for. And I hate turf very, very much. But my goodness, this, whatever they used tonight, just, that was annoying. But I will tell you this. Overall, the Eagles, once again, outcoached. But I will tell you this as well. The Eagles were not outplayed. The Eagles played extremely well. You can tell how well coached this Eagles team really was. They did every single thing they possibly were told. and they did everything they could within the capacity of what they were told. That's what good players do. They're coachable, they do what their coach asks, and they play to their natural ability, and they use football IQ. If I know it's third and long, and I know it's a pass rush, okay. But if it's third and long, and I'm supposed to contain, but it's third and freaking 15 or 20 or whatever, and you know damn well they're going to throw the ball deep, and he's not that fast of a quarterback or whatever, yeah, I guess go for him. But see what I mean? Football IQ. Know the down distance, know the quarterback you're playing. If he's extremely slippery, yes, rush and try to hit him. That's the goal, but just don't let him outside of you. You know what I mean? So football IQ's got to kick in somewhere. Tonight, I think the Eagles players, football IQ was there. A lot of these guys played very, very well, and it was great to see so many of these guys making big-time plays, especially with how well they played all season. But it's absolutely ridiculous to know that this coaching just wasn't there. And, I know I'm throwing it all on the coaching here, but I don't know. I just seriously feel like the Eagles were out-coached, and Andy Reid just ate them up like a bowl of Cheerios, man. So, yeah, big time stuff there. In the chat room, big ups to Taryn, man. My boy Taryn Rodriguez in the chat room says, not happy the Chiefs won, but I'm happy for the former USC stud, Juju Smith-Schuster. Absolutely. Former Steeler, now, of course, on the Chiefs and winning his first bowl. Humble his whole family life, and now he's finally a champion. Yeah, so sorry, humble his whole life, and now he's finally a champion. Absolutely. So I just think he's incredible as well. Also, sorry if your notifications are blowing up after tagging you on my Juju Smith-Schuster tweet. No problem, brother. And the field conditions were bad. Absolutely, yeah. The field conditions sucked. And that can't happen anymore. I was very, very disappointed with the NFL tonight on that. You don't have extremely crappy field conditions in the Super Bowl. You can't do that. That's ridiculous. Because you're making what should be the best game of the season into what? A freaking turkey bowl. You know what I mean? Like, you're basically playing out in an open lot. I mean, the grass quality was horrible. I don't think anybody can contest that, but once again, if you want to, that's up to you, you know? that's your debate, but I think we all saw it. The field was really horrible. So, so anyway, we'll get into a little bit of the recap here. Starting things off here tonight, earlier today, that is. In the first quarter, the Eagles, actually both teams would start off with drives, all right? With long drives and in a touchdown. Great stuff. The Eagles come out, boom, down the field, into the end zone they go. The Chiefs come out, boom, down the field, into the end zone they go. The defenses both stepped up. Cool. And here we go. The second quarter, man, is where things start getting a little loopy. The Eagles have it. They have it. Amazing job getting down the field. A.J. Brown, just a total stud, takes it into the end zone. And what happens after that? They get the damn ball back, and Jalen Hurts just loses the football. Nick Bolton picks that sucker up, scoop and score for 36 yards. And, what could have been 21-7, because the Eagles had momentum, hardcore. What could have been 21-7 is now 14-all. Yeah, good going, Eagles. Regardless, though, is what it is. I get it. That's on Jalen Hurts. Mistakes that he don't make too often, but it is what it is, okay? So, you still have plenty of time. You know, that's where it is. But it didn't end there. Okay. Later on in the second quarter, Jalen Hurts will get in on a touchdown there, and now it's 21-14. Okay, now can you guys take off? Well, they definitely can because they get the ball back, but instead of getting in the end zone, what happens? A couple of really crappy calls happen. I know some things happened with the referees. I get it. Was it a catch out of bounds? Was it not? Look, you guys, and I forgot even when that was, early third or late second. But regardless, is what it is. That shouldn't happen. You shouldn't leave games up to penalties and refs and things like that, even kickers. Okay, they didn't capitalize, guys. The Eagles didn't get down the field. All right, and they settled for a field goal. Okay, cool. Field goal. Wonderful. It's a 10-point game going into the half. Okay, double digits. Leading by double digits is better than leading by single digits, okay? And yeah, confirmed in the chat room here. Taryn, yeah, it was the helmet catch. And you know, once again, though, you can't leave crap up to that. You can't. Okay? The Eagles went down the field in the first drive of the game and scored. Then they score again. Okay? They score again. And then you give the ball back on a scoop and you fumble the ball, scoop and score. And it's like, you see how easy they can do it. This offense had the tools, but didn't capitalize, settled for a freaking field goal, and there it is, 10-point game. My opinion, that's 2 times the Eagles could have really just ran away with it. And had that fumble not have happened, my goodness, it really would have went up. But guess what? It didn't. Halftime happens. Halftime show. Yay. Okay, whatever. Okay, after that ends, we get back to football. In my opinion, these halftime shows, like, this crap needs to end. Like, oh my gosh. The freaking halftime show takes way too long. And I get it. Entertainment. Rah, all this. Okay, cool. But it's frustrating because it's so much of a cool down, man. And that's not in defense of the Eagles or anybody. It's just frustrating. You know what I mean? Like why do we have to have such a long halftime? It's ridiculous. I hate that. A regular halftime is 15 minutes. Get out of here. You know, like, are you for real? Do we have to take such a long... I mean, that was like, what, 30? They're like 30-some minutes now. It's too much. I mean, really. But anyway, so this is where things start to get really loopy. In the third quarter, we have here the Chiefs getting down the field. All right, Eagles, of course, couldn't do much. And the Chiefs get down the field and score. Pacheco, the guy played a pretty good game tonight. 15 carries for 76 yards, 1 touchdown. Hey, no sanctuary mark, but no problem. It was enough to get it done, right? And he did. They did. So good for him and good for them. But 24-21 with 9:30 to go in the third quarter. Then we get on into the end of the third quarter. And what happens? That hardcore, crazy offense of the Eagles that couldn't get things done 2 times earlier on in the first half, they stumble again. Sputter, run out of gas, and with a minute 45 left to go in the third quarter, we settle for another field goal, right? 27-21. It could have been a TD, but didn't. Wow. That's 3 times already the Eagles really could have gotten to the end zone, all right? I mean, who knows what would have happened had that fumble not have happened. I think they would have gotten into the end zone because they had a lot of momentum. But at least 2 times, possibly 3, but at least 2 times, the Eagles basically left points up there. They took the for sure points with the field goal, but that offense is so damn good. Even one, if they would have gotten in 1 time of those 2 field goal attempts, the Eagles could have won tonight. Once again, woulda, coulda, shoulda. Then we get on in to the fourth quarter. 27-21 Eagles lead. I mean, do you guys notice? 7-7 in the end of the first. At the half, 24-14 Eagles. And 27-21 into the fourth Eagles. The Chiefs never led going into any quarter. Okay? at all, but they definitely led at the very end when it mattered most. And it just goes to show you, the Eagles continually let the Chiefs stick around. Now, once again, don't get it twisted. Do not think that I'm sitting here saying, oh my gosh, I can't stand on the Chiefs, and that's why I'm sitting here making a shit. And I'm not saying. What I am saying, though, is that the Eagles, there were numerous chances. But I'm going to flip it on you. The Chiefs now, look at the defensive play. All right? Look at this. Look at this. The Chiefs scoop and score. Take advantage of it. Okay? Bolton was not going to be denied. He didn't jog. You know what I mean? Like, none of that crap. No laterals backward. None of that. When Bolton got the ball, he was going to the end zone. Nobody was going to deny that man going to the end zone. And you know what? He got there, didn't he? That's all. That's why. And that's why the Chiefs deserve to be the Super Bowl champions this year. Okay? They knew anytime they got the ball, it was serious. I don't know if the Eagles knew that or not, but the Chiefs tonight, it definitely was that. Okay, let's take a look at where they were held to their first field goal in the second quarter. Not happening. Not happening, Eagles. Okay, you have a Chiefs defense that really, they're okay. They're not amazing or anything, but they got there. They made it happen. They forced 2 field goals in a time where the Eagles could have definitely got in. Okay? I don't understand how anybody can say that the Chiefs don't deserve this, because they earned it. Okay? Some people can say they were given to by the refs and everything. We're going to get to the ending part. Okay? But the Chiefs, once again, earned this. Then we get on into the fourth quarter, all right? Fourth quarter, Kadarius Toney. I mean, okay, the ring around the rosy thing was hilarious with the offense. Andy Reid is trying to throw off the defense. But, I mean, shame on you, Eagles defense. Oh, my gosh. Like, really? Really? I mean, I thought I saw maybe cover 1, maybe cover 0, but everybody is accounted for a man, okay, in the end zone. What the hell was that? You see Kadarius Toney all by himself, and that's not the only time that happened. I mean, seriously? It's ridiculous. You forget about a man or something? Like, did you are we not in the biggest game of our lives right now? We're just gonna let this dude just fly out to the flats and sit there all by himself? I mean, it's ridiculous. The Eagles deserved to lose this game. The coaching was just, oh my goodness, that coaching was horrible. And these calls were bogus. Offensively, oh my gosh. They took shots down the field, but you played way too damn conservative against a Chiefs team that won it more than you did. Then on top of that, you're making these ridiculous calls down in the goal in the red zone like that, huh? I mean, once again, you guys, the Chiefs reign victorious tonight because they just ate the Eagles alive on their mistakes. Okay, the Eagles are still a damn good team because it was still close, even though they made a tremendous amount of mistakes. But it just goes to show you, had the Eagles have not made any mistakes tonight, or made way less than they did, they for sure would have won this damn game. Okay, then, and that was at 12:04 when the Chiefs will go up now, 28-27. Then Sky Moore is just all by himself too. Okay, they had a little weird substitution thing. I know it was a little odd, but regardless, Sky Moore just boom, he's there, catches the ball into the end zone. He goes. Now it's 35-27 with 9:22 to go. If there is any indication of maybe we should light a fire under our ass and get going, that might have been it. But no, not the Eagles coaching staff. You know, I mean, tonight it just bothered me to think like, wow, like, did you guys just crap the bed? I mean, what happened? Because this is not the Eagles team that I've been seeing all season long, that we all have. I don't understand it. But then we have 35-27 with 9:22 to go. And finally, the Eagles make it a game again. I mean, not like it wasn't a game, but they just get out in front and they scored, and hey, they made it something, right? Jalen Hurts, 2-yard carry into the end zone. Hurts also in for the 2-point conversion. And there it is. There it is. Now we have a tie game, and well, the Eagles are just a little bit motivated. Okay. And what happens? They fall apart again. They fall apart again. But this last possession is what I want to zone in on. Big ups once again to Taryn Rodriguez in the chat room saying here, let me go ahead and read a few of his comments here. By the way, thank you to everybody who's been tuning in, y'all, showing love all season long. You guys are amazing. This is not the finale of this year in 3 and Out. However, this is, the finale for a while, at least here. And before we get on over to the combine and everything, but of the regular season of football here. But anyway, so here we are, and Terrence says have to go take extreme measures. You never want to give the ball back. Absolutely, okay, and it's the truth. Yes, take the points when the points are there, but in a game like this, I mean, my goodness, you gotta take those shots sometimes. I get it. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. I understand that. But anyway, so, and then that was to the Chiefs, Terrence says. And then the Eagles' defense was a letdown, mainly in the second half. Yeah, the Eagles' defense forgot how to play football in the second half. That was just ridiculous. So, into the late fourth quarter. Okay, everyone wants to talk about this. I know, because I want to talk about it too. Right? It's the elephant in the room. Was it a penalty? Was it a penalty? Apparently, the good old Mel Blunt rule strikes again. And, well, apparently there was defensive pass interference. There was holding. Now, before we go any further, the rule is you can fight within 5 yards. I believe they were within 5 yards. But, and I think it was Bradbury, did he hold on? Did he hold on to the jersey of the receiver? That was the big if. Some people really will disagree. Some people will agree, of course, depending on your bias. But it's got to be said, that holding, I don't understand. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. Juju Smith-Schuster, yes, his back was turned and he was going up, and it is not, I'm not trying to disguise the fact, okay, that Bradbury had his hands or his arms around the, had his arms around the receiver, okay. Juju Smith-Schuster was heading upfield. They were just like a little bit past 5 yards. And I don't get it. Bradbury is good, man. He didn't need to do that. He didn't. Okay? This dude is a solid DB. Okay? Young man out of and what I love the most about Bradbury is he's a guy. He's a veteran. He's definitely he's no rookie. He's almost 30 years old. He comes from a FCS school. He played for Samford, and I just love it because he's somebody who really had to fight to get where he's at. He's so damn talented. it was a bonehead decision, bonehead move. But damn it, he didn't have to do that. Because in this case, you can't leave anything up to the refs. You just can't. And I think Bradbury, I mean, he knew it. And yeah, Terrence says it here. James Bradbury admitted to holding Juju on that play, and he was hoping the refs wouldn't call it. Greatest accountability I've ever seen, ever. Yeah, no, absolutely, Terrence. It's amazing to see somebody have that kind of accountability. But my thing is, why? Like, why would you... You didn't need to. Juju is very good. And it's true. Terrence said it earlier. He's an SC guy. Terrence and I are both SC guys. I love SC. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna say that talent is talent too. I can't just be biased towards Juju Smith-Schuster because he played for USC once upon a time. He's talented. But Bradbury is very talented too. It was uncalled for. Okay? Bosa's little freak out with the Chargers this year was uncalled for. Devontae Adams with his little situation this year was uncalled. We get it. Okay? I played this game for 20 years. I know. Tempers can fly. You can do dumb things. Excuse me. You can do dumb things in the blink of an eye. Okay? We know that. Excuse me. But he's talented. And that was uncalled for. Now, I will tell you that Bradbury didn't need to do that. But at the same exact time, the catch that was out of bounds, where was that call? That was clearly a call. Okay? And that was clearly, I don't know. To me, I thought it was a catch. I thought that ball was a goddamn catch. So, I'm just saying, the referees can't make everything correct. I know that. They're humans. But when it comes down to it, you guys, there's just some things that just really set me off, and that's one of them. And that had nothing to do with the referees. It's just... I feel like Bradbury, of course, didn't have to make that mistake. But on top of that, the refs, I know they couldn't let that one slide. But when it comes down to it, like the play earlier, it was a catch, guys. Possession all the way to the ground. Wait a minute. He went out of bounds. He had the ball when he was going out of bounds. So the whole is a catch thing. It just kind of bothers me. And this is where we're having the disconnect of people saying, oh, it's rigged, it's rigged, it's rigged. If you think sports are rigged, then do all of us real sports fans a favor and stop watching. Just going to be real with you. Stop watching. It's ridiculous. Okay. It's almost impossible to rig a professional sports game. Okay. Because anything can happen at any given time. There's too many moving pieces, but it is what it is. Say what you will, guys. But it's just plays like this. The referees need to be a little more sharper on. Okay? And they need to be a little bit more sharper on. And it's just the small little plays in the big... Sorry, it's the small little details in the big giant plays. And that's what's got everybody on the stupid it's rigged thing. But at the end of the day, I'm just trying to make the point that I'm not making excuses for the Eagles. Yeah, that should have been a catch. Okay? Is what it is. But Bradbury did not have to hold the jersey, and he was accountable for it, and I'm glad that you brought that up, Taryn. So, when it comes down to it, you guys, it was a hell of a game. And we go on in to the final moments. And what happens? The Chiefs get down the field. They get closer. They get right where they needed to be. Get in the field goal range. Harrison Butker nails the 27-yard field goal. There it was. 38-35 with 8 seconds to go. And the rest is history. Kick off the ball. Jalen Hurts tries to find somebody. Throws it. Ends up going short. Game over. Chiefs win this thing. And you know what, you guys? Congratulations to them. They earned it. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2022, 2023, or shall we say Super Bowl 57 champions, the Kansas City Chiefs. Congratulations. Congratulations. This team is damn good. And you know what? They earned it tonight. Did I pick against them? You bet I did. Okay? Do I absolutely not like the Chiefs whatsoever? You better believe it. I'm a Raider fan until the end. I cannot stand them. But I'll tell you right now, I respect football. I respect them. And I respect teams that go out there and get it done. And I also respect teams that fight like hell and take advantage of everything that they're given. Tonight, the Eagles beat themselves in so many different ways, and the Chiefs are the ones hoisting the Lombardi because the better team capitalizes. And you know what? Damn good job to them, and they earned this thing tonight. So, with that said, you guys, and take ourselves a quick break. When we come back, and we'll get into the final deal right here. Get back to the final little recap here, a little more stats, statistics, and that will do it for tonight. You're listening to 3 and Out right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that sports. We'll be right back after this.
Some say that Indiana is just a flyover state. Flatlands and cornfields, barns and country roads. What if I told you Indiana is the crossroads of America? What if I told you in all other states, basketball is just basketball? In Indiana, basketball is life. Crowded high school basketball gyms on a Friday night, and every barn with a basketball rim and a frayed, worn-out net. If you're interested in the heartbeat of America, and if you're interested in sports, if you have Hoosier running through your veins, the Crossroads Pod with Aaron X is made for you. Powered by IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. Each and every week, the Crossroad Pod covers all of Indiana sports. The pride of the horseshoe of the Indianapolis Colts. The blue-collar, bold swagger of the Indiana Pacers. The relentless pursuit of the sixth banner for the Indiana Hoosiers. The swing of the hammer of the Purdue Boilermakers. The swoop of the Cardinals of Ball State. The summoning of the echoes of the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. The growl of the Bulldogs of Butler. The intensity of an Indiana fever. The chop of the Indianapolis Indians. At the Crossroads Pod, if it is Indiana, we've got you covered. More than cornfields. More than country back roads. The Crossroads of America. Join me, Aaron X, every week. It's nothing but net.
What's good, fight fans? It's your boy, Marcus Los Great, here to give you what you want, here to give you what you need. Yeah, man. Yeah. I'm coming to you live, straight from your mama's basement with a crispy, awesome white tea. They are coming to you live every Tuesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Powered by IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
What's going on, football fans? This is me, your boy Larry B, inviting you to join myself, Colin Reynolds, Mike Pat, and John Felipe for one of the most electrifying football shows you have ever heard. 3 and Out, right here at IE Sports Radio. Recap of the week before, a preview of what's to come, and of course, 3 hardcore head-to-head primetime face-offs each week. You don't want to miss it. You certainly don't. I know this year the primetime face-offs kind of took a nosedive. It was kind of like the Eagles. But yeah, it's kind of a rougher year, guys. Sorry about that. But hey, we are back at it next year. The primetime face-offs completely revamped. Well, not completely, but revamped. Like our website, you should go check out at iesportsradio.com. Also, we have here new time next year. Lots of new different changes for 3 and Out in this coming year. So really excited about that. Just about done with college forever after this. And yeah, 2 masters and a teaching credential should just about do it. And my BA thrown in there somewhere. So always thought I wanted a doctorate. I'm still kind of itching. Maybe one day I will. But as of right now, I'm just like, yeah, I need to... I'm going to focus on the career. So, with that said, school's out of the way, and that's one less thing I got to worry about coming up in the fall. So, I'm really excited for that. And, career is underway, and I can focus so much more on 3 and Out and on IE Sports Radio as a station as a whole. I just want to use this opportunity to say huge shout out and thank you to everybody who keeps this thing going, man. You guys are amazing, amazing people. Of course, here at IE Sports Radio, we do it because we love it, and to everyone who sticks with us and does it, growing with us, doing your show with us, we appreciate you so much, and we love you all. You guys are amazing. Cecilia and I love you all. You guys are just certainly true diehards, and we love all that our podcast hosts bring here at IE Sports Radio. Also, all of our listeners, Cecilia and I love you guys all too. You guys are amazing. We appreciate all that you do. And we certainly appreciate all of you listening and just being a part of us, the IE Sports Radio family, for so many years. So, with that said, you guys, we are going to roll on into the final recap of the final little recap here of Super Bowl 57. My goodness, I can't believe it just ended. But you know what's crazy, too? I don't know. This Super Bowl, to me, is kind of weird. It was a good one, but I don't know. It just didn't really feel... I don't know. It was great, but then it just kind of wasn't like the magic of Super Bowls years before. I don't know. Maybe it was just me. Maybe it was because I really thought the Eagles would be that team to win it this year. I don't know. But I will tell you this: it was a good one. It was a good game, and I gotta say that even though it wasn't one of my favorite Super Bowls, it was definitely a pretty good game. And congratulations once again to the Chiefs. They earned it. They got that victory. And let's take a look at some last-minute stats here before we're out of here for the night. And you got to look at these. This is crazy. Total plays. The Eagles ran 72 plays. The Chiefs ran 53. Okay. That's significantly more plays the Eagles ran than the Chiefs, yet the Chiefs still won. The Eagles had 417 total yards of offense. The Chiefs only had 340. The Eagles had 2 more drives with 10. The Chiefs had 8. Are you seeing where I'm going here? I mean, the only thing really the Chiefs had them in 158 yards, and the Eagles had 115. I mean, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. But then we take a look at this, the penalties. And the Eagles had 6 penalties for 33 yards, where the Chiefs only had 3 for 14. But here's what blows my mind absolutely out of the water. Is the fact that the Eagles had, of course they had their 1 turnover, but the Eagles had the ball for 35 minutes and 47 seconds of the game. Versus just the 24 minutes that the Chiefs had the ball. So you're telling me the Chiefs had the ball for 11 minutes less. Okay? They, of course, I mean, they made less penalties. That's a given. But they just barely had, okay, I mean, 158 to 115, that's a pretty big gap. But, you know, it wasn't like over 100 yards, not even 50 yards more rushing. The Eagles threw a pretty good amount, over 100 yards more for yards through the air, and they ran basically, 19 more plays? Okay, and they had 2 more full drives. There's no excuse. There's no excuse. Terrence says sometimes less is more. Not in football, brother. Sorry. I mean, I guess this time the Chiefs did prove that wrong. But I mean, what this is the Eagles just crapping the bed. That's what this is, guys. That's what it is. Because the statistics show that the Eagles, if you were to show me or pretty much anybody all those statistics, the majority of people would say, well, the Eagles won that game without showing them the final score. The Eagles won the game. But no. So in this case, you're absolutely right, Taryn. Sometimes less is more. And in this case, less was more. I don't know how. Okay. Well, I mean, I do know how. The Eagles just gave it away. But the persistence, though, of the Chiefs, it was pretty nice. You know, congratulations to these guys on just making that happen. It blows my mind, once again, that the Eagles had it in the bag. But you know what? Is what it is. So, lastly, a few more stats here today. Some team stats and all that fun stuff. Look, it was a good performance here. Mahomes winning the MVP. Congratulations to him. 21 for 27. He had 182 yards. He threw for 3 touchdowns. I mean, I think in the first half they were saying he didn't even throw for like 100 or something like that, and he was only like, his completions were like low or whatever. Yeah, good job to that guy, man, because hey, he did it right, and he helped his team win the Super Bowl. Pacheco, 15 carries for 76 yards, 1 touchdown. Not eye popping, but guess what? He got in, right? Then Kelsey, 6 receptions, 81 yards, 1 touchdown. 6 receptions for 81 yards. You know what that means? Every single possession mattered. He didn't BS around and run freaking east and west. He goes north and south. Mostly north, okay? The guy is running, okay? I mean, the guy is there. He is a major part of this offense. And the guy is he's a badass, okay? So, when you have players like this who are unselfish, who actually go up the field and not run side to side, okay, or who even get hurt like Mahomes did and come back and freaking just play through it, you know what? It says a lot, doesn't it? And congratulations to these guys on earning it. 67,827 people were at this game tonight. And you know what? They got a show. Once again, not my favorite Super Bowl by far. Just because it didn't, I don't know. It was okay. It was a good game, but not super duper crazy exciting. Regardless, though, it was a great game. I thought, you know, on the game scale, it was pretty good. Super Bowl scale, it was in the middle somewhere, but on the, you know, just judging it as a game, it was a pretty good game. And you know what? Yeah, Terrence says here, I went to the same thing whenever a volleyball team wins a match when the stats favor the losing team. Yeah, it's insane, right? I mean, it's like, really? That's any sport. How in the hell did this team win, right? But that's what happens when you let a team hang around. And the Eagles did that exact same thing tonight. They let the Chiefs just hang around. And you know what? That's what happens, you guys. That's what happens when you let a team stick around. And, you know, what do? You congratulate the crap out of the team that won it. And, well, sometimes you will see games where the team that looks like they didn't do anything on paper were actually the team that played it smarter and better. And in this case, coaching was immense. Congratulations to that Kansas City Chiefs coaching staff for absolutely schooling the Philadelphia Eagles coaching staff tonight. And it was awesome. So, closing statements. I got to say this. The Chiefs play extremely well. Coach staff coach extremely well. Awesome job. The Eagles still have an amazing team. Still, in my opinion, have the best offensive line in the league. Hats off to the Chiefs' offensive line for stepping up big time. But everything about the Eagles tonight just said, we have a solid football team. We just didn't do it tonight. So what that tells me is the Eagles have every bit of talent. It's, can they get back next season to correct the mistakes that they made tonight? And that will be yet to be seen. Coming up on Thursday, on our first Thursday Night Football of the year, the Kansas City Chiefs will raise their banner and be presented their rings. And congratulations to a team that not a lot of people picked, including myself, that made it all the way. It was a great run. And 3 Lombardi trophies in franchise history. And 2 Lombardi trophies for some of the guys that have been on the team for those last couple of years. Have a lot to show for it. This has been a great season. And tonight, it all ends with one pretty good game and one team that knew they could do it all along. That's going to do it for tonight's show, ladies and gentlemen. That was a fun one. I've never done a show right after Super Bowl. I think I got a lot of raw emotion out there. That was a lot of fun tonight. We did a little bit different. I know. My own wife was like, you're kind of harsh tonight. I know. But raw emotion right after a game. What can I say? Terrence says here, I'm thinking the Chiefs will play the Eagles in Week 1 on Thursday Night Football. Them or the Bengals. Yeah, we'll see. Maybe even the Bills. I don't know. But what I do know is that this is going to be one pretty good season coming up. Because we have a lot of questions now. Can the Eagles get back there? The Eagles still, I think they're going to bring a lot of this team back. Are they going to get even better? The Chiefs, can they repeat? Can they do it again? Because Andy Reid is just doing it over there right now. I mean, there are so many question marks moving forward. And that's why we love the sport. That's why we love the sport. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been an amazing season, and I thank you all for sharing it with me. Next year, the return of the primetime face-off. Be ready for that. Also, 3 and Out will have a new time and day. A lot more freedom on my end, as I said, away from school now and just focusing on the career. So that's going to be fairly nice. And there's lots and lots more that 3 and Out has to offer next year in our 9th year as a station. My goodness. I'm excited for that one. Also, be ready. The Combine is in just a few weeks. We're going to take a few weeks off from 3 and Out here, but the Combine starts the 27th, so 2 weeks from today. 2 weeks from tomorrow, the Combine will start. We may have a show coming up talking about those players in the Combine. Karen and I had a great show the other day, closing out the 3 and Out College Edition show until August. Now him and Mike and John and everybody from IE Sports Radio here will join me. We'll be talking about the draft, the Combine, all that fun stuff. We'll close 3 and Out. This one, we'll close it off after the draft this year in April. And the next time we'll see you guys after that is in August. But for now, at least for the next couple of weeks, there it is. And, well, I will see you guys then. For me, your boy Larry B. And, of course, all the diehards here at IE Sports Radio. Hats off to our boy Terran Rodriguez in the chat room. And to all you, thank you, sir, for all you do. And you can catch us, of course, on social media everywhere at 3 and Out. Check out our website at iesportsradio.com. Check out all of our social media at iSports Radio everywhere as much as possible. And of course, big ups and thank you to everybody listening tonight. Kale Henderson in the chat room, Karen Rodriguez. It was a fun one. And well, congratulations to the Kansas City Chiefs. It was a fun one, you guys. And we will see you guys soon. Until then, take care. And as always, God bless.